I'm the man now. Nobody ever gave a handout. For the stretch, talking grams loud. Cut them off, get a handout. Bro talk, what's that about?
Yo, what's going on, people? You know who it is. It's yours truly, of course, Tay Wiz, coming live and direct as usual from the Man Cave. For those subscribers out there that is not subscribed to the YouTube channel or the Twitter page, hit that bell and that bird at TAE_WIGGS. And of course, the link to my website is down below. First and foremost, we got the Eastern Conference Finals going on right now this evening. The game I want to talk about is the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Boston Celtics. As we know, the Cavaliers are the defending Eastern Conference champions 3 years in a row running. And of course, you got the Boston Celtics with this young core of guys who are back in the same position for the second year in a row. So as things unfolded, we know the Boston Celtics basketball team played very well at home. We know the Cavaliers go to these slow and sluggish starts. First, we're going to pick it up in the first quarter. I thought the Cavaliers, when they came out, they did have a lead. The biggest lead they had was 3 points. That was the only lead that they had throughout the course of the game. I like how the Boston Celtics was smothering the Cavaliers on defense. Like I said, the Cavaliers are my hometown team. But let's be straightforward with it. When LeBron James is out there trying to figure out who to get the ball to and who he thinks should take the shots, I was looking for I needed LeBron James to be more aggressive. I didn't see him being that aggressive. I thought Marcus Morris played him exceptionally well. LeBron held him down to 15 points. And you're looking at what Marcus Morris is doing out there. Making LeBron James, even though LeBron James like to drive left and make his shots, he's making LeBron James drift off and shoot these shots fading away that way instead of just squaring up to the basket. So LeBron James can't square up to the basket how he wanted to. So kudos to Marcus Morris for making LeBron James fade and drift off to that left and make the shot even more difficult. As you've seen, when they want double team, they was giving him the looks like they was going to double team him. But the one thing I'm going to give kudos to is their coach Brad Stevens. Play LeBron James straight up. Do not switch. Stay home on everybody else and make the Cavaliers, other players, score. We know LeBron James is going to get his, but at the same time, other players are going to step up as well and show what they can really do. You didn't see that tonight. You seen J.R. Smith was out there struggling. You seen everybody couldn't do nothing that they wanted to. But when I was watching that first quarter, as they blitzed the Cavaliers 36-18, I was saying to myself, all the Cavaliers had to do is get the lead under 10 or 12. They did. That was like late third, fourth quarter when they did that. When I was looking at what they did in the first quarter, Al Horford out here, 4 for 4, 11 points. Jaylen Brown, 5 for 8, 13 points. I said, okay, they got the center going. Al Horford took I think he took 1-3 in the first quarter, and he hit it. Kevin Love left him open to hit the three, because you can live and die with Al Horford shooting threes. We know Al Horford in the playoffs now. He was 1-15. He's now 2-15 now against LeBron James in playoff. I thought Jaylen Brown did exceptionally well out there playing defense on J.R. Smith, making the Cavaliers uncomfortable. That's what you want to do. You don't want the Cavaliers, this team, to get in rhythm and start hitting shots, because once they get in rhythm and start hitting shots, now everything will open up for LeBron James, pound in the middle. I thought LeBron James, like I said, is going to be more aggressive. I know people was panicking in Cleveland. I'm not panicking. I'm going to be honest with you. It's only one game, folks. It's only one game. One game in this series, in the first series, doesn't decide the rest of the series. This right here, the Cavaliers will look at film and go back and get it together. But you look at it, like I said, you could look at the end of that first quarter. The Boston Celtics ended that first quarter on a 32-11 run. LeBron only had 5 points at the end of that first quarter. Kevin Love had 4. So I'm looking like, okay, it's going to be a long night for the Cavaliers. What they need to do, I thought they wasn't aggressive enough on the defensive glass. Too many turnovers will hurt you as well, too. Looking for calls from the referee, especially LeBron James. He thought he got fouled on one particular play. He stopped and argued with the referee. He didn't get back on defense. It's going to be a point coming time where LeBron James ain't going to argue with the referee like that. It's going to be coming time when the referee is going to go out there and tee him up. You can't do that. You can't look for every call. Because I keep telling people throughout these playoffs, the most aggressive team benefit the cause. And as of where today, the Cavaliers wasn't the aggressive team. The more aggressive team was the Boston Celtics. When you're playing aggressive, the referees tend to give that call to that team. And that team tonight was the Boston Celtics. When you're not playing aggressive enough and attacking the hole, you looking for foul calls, you out there flopping as in J.R. Smith, you're not going to get those calls. Because you're not playing with the same edginess as the Boston Celtics was. You knew the Boston Celtics was going to come out there on fire and play with a different mindset. Like I keep telling people, road players on the road doesn't play that well. But the bench players that are at home, they show out because they are comfortable. The fans are behind them. The fans are the true sixth man. How can they get their players get to going? They started cheering the bench on. We know the starters are be fan favorites. They're going to be the favorites, but you're going to have 2 or 3 guys that come off the bench that fans really love and they gravitate to. And that's what happened. Marcus Smart, fan favorite, off the bench. Aaron Baines, off the bench. The fans feed off that and the players feed off that. So it's hard to be a team at home when the bench players is getting off. You seen for the Cavaliers, like I said, J.R. Smith 4 points, 2 for 9. And that's that. And you can't play like that. You looking okay, J.R. Smith not hitting, but you see clips on social media before the game come out. J.R. Smith got on headphones. That guy can go around the whole arc and shoot 7 threes in a row till he misses his first one. But when the game is on and the lights is at its brightest, J.R. Smith sometimes frees up. I'm just calling a spade a spade. Let's just be honest here right now. What we're seeing from the Cavaliers. I thought them going to a smaller lineup, first and foremost, I thought it hurted them for a while. I thought Tristan Thompson should have been starting at the center. Because he would have the length over Al Horford. Then over Al Horford, you can move Kevin Love into that power forward spot and his shots can come more open and he can do what he want to do. So now you got Al Horford playing bully basketball on Kevin Love. When I was tweeting out earlier today, the Boston Celtics is beating the Cavaliers at their own game. Pounding the glass. Hustle. Hustle is a lot. Hustle carry all. It might not show up in the stat sheet, but when you going out there diving on the floor for loose balls, a.k.a. Marcus Smart, everybody diving on the floor for loose balls, that lets you know what team is hungry and what team want to come out and win this game. And quite frankly, the Cavaliers, they come out with that same urgency. They came out flat. And the crazy thing about it, the Cavaliers have 4 to 5 days off. Normally when a LeBron James team get that many days off, including himself, he's more aggressive. And I didn't see that tonight. Like I said, LeBron James finished at halftime. The score was 61-35. I knew the game was. I said the game is. Realistically, I'm saying the game is over. Be serious now with yourself. I'm being serious. I said the game was over, but realistically, I was saying if they want to make a comeback, sit down watching the game. I said they got to get this lead under 12 to 10 points to make a run. They did. They got the lead back down to close. I would say 13 points. Bam, just like that. Boston come down the court, hit 2 more threes. And now they down by 19 to 20 points again. And it's so hard to break that mold. I thought LeBron James wasn't aggressive enough. Like I keep saying it, he should have been more assertive going to the basket. Because when he does that, you draw other players to you. And when you see other players, when you're in that paint and you command a double team, now you kick your shooters open. But let's be honest, they was doing that. He was getting the paint. Shooters is open. George Hill can hit one. We know J.R. Smith couldn't throw a rock into Lake Erie. Kevin Love couldn't hit. Only person that came off the bench that really did something, to be honest with you, was Rodney Hood. This is the same guy who did get in Game 4 against the Raptors. He came in. He was aggressive. I think going forward, if you want to make some moves or some changes in your lineup, I know they're going to stick with J.R. Smith, but Coach Lou, you have to bench J.R. Smith and see what Rodney Hood going to give you. Because Rodney Hood did have 11 points and 5 for 12 shooting compared to J.R. Smith, 4 points. And he was 2 for 9. I'll take the 11 points any day. But J.R. Smith got to get it going early. All this setup for threes, he got to drive to the basket. Jordan Clarkson, who also had 10 points off the bench, I thought as well. Kyle Korver was 1 for 5 from the 3-point line. So that's another one. So where are you going to go? You need some scoring. You need to get at least another. You only had 2 players in your starting lineup with double figures. That was Kevin Love with 17 points, 8 rebounds. LeBron James with 15 points, 7 rebounds, 9 assists. He was 5 for 16. He also shot terrible too. So you need more. You need more from your players. Who's going to be that guy off the bench? I want to see somebody like an Ante Zizic out there banging in the post. I want to see that. As you go to the Boston Celtics, Jaylen Brown did his thing. 23 points. Al Horford with 20 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists. Jason Tatum. One thing to say about Jason Tatum, like I said, this young core, these guys are playing like they've been here before. And I'm keep saying it because I don't feel though that they don't give this young team, the Boston Celtics, enough credit. And I feel like what this team is doing, and some people was writing them off, the series ain't over till somebody win 4 games. And quite frankly, the Celtics need 3 more to win this series. Like I said, it's only game 1. Don't panic, people. When I seen LeBron James give his press conference, he had 0 concerns. He said he didn't go into college, and this is not March Madness. So to let you know, LeBron James will be ready Tuesday night for game 2. And we know the Cavaliers will win that game too. Because I know they'll come out a different sense of urgency. And we know they go home for 3 and 4. We know the Boston Celtics are 3 and 7 on the road in these playoffs. Quite frankly, I say the best for last. Marcus Morris did his thing. 10 rebounds. 21 points. Can he do that again? Can he play with that same intensity against LeBron James Tuesday night? Because it's very seldom that you see guys that actually guard LeBron James do it for 2 and 3 games in a row. You only see it 1 game here and there. Can Marcus Morris retain that same attitude and poise on offense and defense against LeBron James? Only one guy to me only can do that. That's Kawhi Leonard. Can he come with that same intensity? Because he said that the only person that can do it outside of him is Kawhi Leonard. But at the same time, we know that Kawhi can do it. Can you do it for a full 7-game series? That's the main answer that I want to know, and the question that's the question and the answer that I want to know. Can you back that up? It's easy said than done, but can you do that for a long period of time? It's easy to say it. It's a lot of things they say they can do, but can you do it? We knew Brad Stevens drew up a good plan. They executed. But this game is like chess now. The Celtics took their first man out. Move that pawn forward. Now it's gonna be the Cavaliers game 2. Can they move their pawn forward? This is gonna be a chess match. It's gonna be a game like this. Okay, you gave us our best punch. Now we're gonna give you our best punch. So it's still things that gotta be corrected. Like I said, the Cavaliers lost by 25 points. Give it to them Boston Celtics fans. Loud, obnoxious. They're gonna be on you. They're gonna let you know they in the arena. The Cavaliers shot abysmal. 4 for 26 from downtown. You're not going to win a game shooting 4 for 26. I don't see too many other games the Cavaliers get beat like this again. I always tell people the first quarter dictates the second quarter. The second quarter dictates the third, and so on. So the Cavaliers laid that slug in the first quarter, got outscored 18-36. Then they got beat up again in the second quarter. Got outscored there, 25-17. I said, okay, we know the Cavaliers so far been picking up this third quarter thing now in the playoffs, because in the season they weren't the best third quarter team, but in the playoffs they've been the best third quarter team thus far. Now, third quarter, they scored 29 points to the Celtics 17. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Then they got blitzed again in the fourth quarter, 30-19. You cannot do that. You cannot give up 30-plus points in the first and the final quarter. That always spells for disaster. You're not going to win games like that. But we're going to see what type of adjustment the Cavaliers make. I think LeBron James is feeding through what he's going to see. But back to these Boston Celtics. I said the biggest lead the Cavaliers had earlier was 3. The biggest lead for the Boston Celtics, they had 29 points. It's so hard and trying to come back off a 29-point deficit and trying to regain focus and win. And the Boston Celtics stepped on their throats on the Cavaliers. He said, you know what? We're not scared of y'all. This is a different team. This is a different year. We're going at y'all. And that's what they did. What you want to call them, gangrene? Them Celtics came out to play. They came out to play. When you shooting 36% from the field, you're not going to beat nobody, Cavs. But Boston, on the other hand, was in flago, 51%. That means for every 1 or 2 shots they missed, they was going to make the next one. So, they bit the bullet. They got to get better. The Boston Celtics actually shot better from the three-point line. They shot 36.7%, rounded up. They basically shot 37%. Cavaliers shot a terrible 15%. And you lose by 25. And what I take away from this Celtics game, I keep saying that. Can they come back in game 2 with that same MO? That's momentum. Can they come back with that same momentum? Because the Cavaliers definitely will have an answer. You're going to see a way more aggressive LeBron James. I guarantee you that. I got the Cavaliers winning game 2. I keep telling y'all people, I got the Cavaliers in 5. They're gonna win game 2. They're going to come home in 3 and 4. And they're going to win game 5 in Boston. Just mark my words for it. You know, I get text messages. I get the notifications through my social media. People are like, what happened to your Cavaliers? I tell people, don't worry. It's only one game. And people are always texting me back with these laughing emoji faces. But when I text you or call you back, they don't respond. And I hit them with the crying emoji face back to them, the laughing one. Because who got the last laugh? Trustably, the Cavaliers make adjustments. But the whole thing is, can Boston come back with that same MO? You got to do something different if you want to win this game. The Cavaliers got to be aggressive, because we know who the aggressive team was tonight. It was the Boston Celtics. With that being said, I'm Tay Wiggs reporting live from the Man Cave. I'm out of here. Peace.